Hello. Thought I'd go live in the middle of the day. When it looks like it's nighttime outside. So it makes you feel like everybody's home, but they're not. Everybody's probably at work. Who knows? So I thought I would go live because I think it's way overdue for y'all to know who I am. And let us get to know each other. Hello, Curly Q. How are you? I am in here to introduce myself. My name is Kiki, also known as MySisterlockJourney, also known as Kiafa Chanel, that is in the group right now. And you might see Hair Envy Salon. I created this page, this group, years ago with all these intentions, and I never followed through. Between working in a salon and overthinking about what I wanted to do in this group, it just went way left, and I saw that the numbers grew, which is great. That means that we all are on the same page. We just seeking some type of camaraderie, some sisterhood, answers, really, and just connection and all those things. So I thought I'd introduce myself and where we, who I am and what's going on with me. So I've been licensed for, this will be 25 years coming up in 25. And I am a cosmetology educator. I am a cosmetologist. And in 2016, I started doing sister locks myself. I went to the sister lock course, and after that, I just took off running. Technically, by paperwork, I am not on their websites in regards to being certified and all of those things, because they require other steps. And that I did not follow through with. Not that I cannot do it. I just didn't follow through by personal reasons. And I am not here to tear down anybody. Okay. I think that we all are fantastic, and we all come together, and we're very talented people. And so, what kept me going in the business in regards to locks is because I am a cosmetologist first. So, hair is important to me. Healthy hair, healthy scalp, healthy mind, body, and spirit is what matters to me. And so that's why I wanted to why I created this group too, because I had been in other groups, and I was looking for something special that I hadn't found yet. And so what I want to do in this group is to provide education, knowledge. I noticed that a lot of us, when I run into some of my sisters on the street, or if I run into some of my sisters in the salon or anywhere, there is someone, especially the ones who want them, and they have questions. I'm sure each and every one of you all had some type of woman, a beautiful sister, brother that has complimented you about your locks and asked you about your locks. I'm sure you're someone's lock crush, and I think that's fantastic, because at one point in time we had a lock crush, and we probably still do. And so I think that is super, super dope. And I think that if nothing else, my apologies, I was listening to Pandora. If anything, I think that's super dope. And I think that if we can pass it on when someone is out, they see us in the street, or they're asking us something, that we can give them what we know. The only thing is that we give them, I encourage is that we give them the proper information. And if we don't have it, then we should, refer them to someone we know that has that information. It's a lot of people who want to join our family, and they are confused, they're lost, and they're not getting the proper answers. So pass it on if you have it, let them know what you went through, even if it's nothing you might not know all the super tips and all this other stuff. But if nothing else, you know your journey and what you went through, right? And so just let them know if it helps. I always tell people the pros, the cons, and the indifferences is all that what matters to the person who is trying to join our journey. I give them everything. I even tell them, I even encourage them, bring me the myths. Let me debunk them, you know, because they, you know, it's a lot of stuff that people will say about our locks and, you know, whatever, you know, they've probably been burnt by it or they might not even know. But they still pass on information, and it scares the people who actually want to join the team or join our family. The team that wants to join our family. I think that that is very discouraging, and it hurts my feelings by the time I run into someone who is like, I wanted to do it, but this, or I had them and I didn't have anybody that was able to help me go through with this. I had questions or whatever. My hair didn't do this and everything, and then they cut them off. All of that is very discouraging, very, very discouraging. So my goal is in this group is that we get together and we put our heads together on what we know, on what we've been through. And don't hesitate to share. Post it, and just be like, hey, I did this, or I think about that, or the last, you know, this is my 3 years, or this is my 12 years, or my, 6 months, and this is what I've been doing, or this is what my stylist told me to do, or whatever. And if that is what you want to share, I say fantastic, do it. All I ask is that anybody that is seeing that and they disagree or anything like that, or they want to offer more with that, then do that. But don't offer more, but don't discourage the person who posted. Don't downplay them or their stylist at any time. If there's anything where you want to do encouraging words or you want to suggest additional things for that person, please do so. We are a sisterhood. We are a family, and we already have so many people outside of this that don't know this lifestyle, and they are already going way to the left about something that is not even their concern or that they know much about, or whatever their reasons why they are coming out and saying whatever they need to say. So I wanted to put that out there too. I think a lot of times people are very confused about like the different phases of the growth of locks. Like your first couple weeks, nobody told me when I first got my locks, now girl, when you leave, you're going to look like a cat licked your head, and it's going to look like plaits everywhere. That would have been great, but I made it through. I think that we should share that. If it gets to the point where, some of our stylists out here or some of our consultants tells us not to shampoo and all of this stuff, and don't put any oils and all this other stuff. As a cosmetologist, I don't necessarily, I won't say that I don't agree. I understand why they're doing that. While the company, I believe, why those consultants are saying that, or in regards to a business side, is because if a stylist or someone who is not licensed is telling you to put oils in your hair, you're new in this game, telling you to do some type of leave-in conditioner or whatever the case may be, all of these things, that can really be great for your scalp and your hair. When your locks start to unravel, then now you're upset and you're like, you want your money back, and then that can be a lawsuit. And as a business person, I get it. So I know when I talk to a lot of young ladies, like when my stylist told me or my consultant told me that I can't do this, that, or the third. I'm a stylist. Like I told you, I'm a cosmetologist first. There's so many options why you could still, first of all, hydration is hydration. And your first level of hydration and moisture is water. Okay? So if you get a spray bottle, not the one that spray out the heavy droplets, but the one that shoots out a mist, I think that is great. That you can do, it's like you're misting a plant, especially for my plant moms in this group. I think you'll know what I'm talking about. And that will be great. There's other ways, and it depends on your stylist or your consultant, and your texture in regards to consultation. But that can really be a debate in our group when regards to sister locks and micro locks. That's why I started saying that I do micro locks and interlocks and locks, because you have a lot more to work with in that, because everybody's texture is not the same. Everybody's head size isn't the same. Everybody's hair growth isn't the same. And so don't feel like you are less than, and don't let nobody make you feel less than if you don't have sister locks. It's okay. I use the example of brand sneakers. Let's just say, for example, brand sneakers. Okay, one person wears Nikes and another person wears Adidas and another one wears Pumas. Does it take away that they are, one is more of a sneaker than the other? No. Can you get interlocks and microlocks and still have a form of a grid? Yes, absolutely. Especially if you had a consultant that went and took the class, you'll still get that grid. If you get someone that is a cosmetologist, they'll go a little deeper and they'll say, I noticed that you have postpartum shedding or loss or whatever in regards to having a baby, and your temple areas are lighter than here. That's something that's when you talk about in the consultations, they'll see that. Sometimes we had relaxers for so long, and a lot of people unfortunately didn't rinse our relaxers right, and in our top crown area is very fine, and a lot of people didn't want to start. They don't want to start their locks because they're worried it's gonna look. They're worried they're gonna look fine or thin, quote unquote. It's so many concerns with our sisters, and it's way over, if I'm not mistaken, it's over like 1,000 people in this group. So I'm sure it's some of us that are experts probably, that know their stuff, and then there's some that might be like, they're just learning along the way, or they taught themselves, or they have a dope stylist, a dope consultant, and they're good, and they probably don't even touch their hair at all, or if they do, they don't do much because their stylist consultant really takes care of them. All of that stuff. It is important. It is imperative that we come together and we start talking and sharing, because this is our hair. This is our hair. Just because you're not wearing blowouts anymore, or two-strand twist, or you're not doing the relaxers or whatever. All of this right here, this is mine. This is my hair, like mine. My hair, the longest it's ever been in my entire life. And I love this stuff. You can't tell me, I'm telling you. And that's what I want to encourage you. I was just about to say this. I encourage you, what is your why? Why did you decide to join this journey? What made you decide I'm going to lock my hair? Some people might say, I had people ask me straight up, am I a good candidate for locks? If I know, I'm going to tell you, yeah. And most of the time it's like, your lifestyle is going to determine if you are qualified for locks, okay? Are you somebody always on the go? Don't really have time to go to the salon every 2 weeks, every week, getting this done. You exercise, you work out a lot. You have young children, or you have multiple children, or you have children that are in, older, that are in, in activities. Every time you're being a mom, you're being a wife, you're in work all the time. All of those things matter. And every time you turn around, you got to worry about wash day, or you got to worry about, I got to get to the salon, but I only got this much time, and this and the third, and all this other stuff. Locks kind of save us. I think locks save us on that, to where there is not a bad hair day. Really, it's really not a bad hair day. And it's a beautiful thing. And anybody tell you, the ones that I know, what's your biggest regret for having locks? And they'll say, I didn't do it sooner. That's mine. I didn't do it sooner. I am in year 2009. I think I'm in 14, or I'm losing track. I'm about to be 14, something. But I don't. And my why, the reason, once I know what my why is, to where when I have my moments where I'm like, God, I'm bored. I think I want to do something else. I don't know if I want to do, you know, we have our moments. But I think about my why. Okay, Kiki, you can do that. Then what are you going to do when you do it? What are you going to do? You going to cut it off? Okay, great. Then what are you going to do? You're going to do like coils? Or you're going to be at the barbershop and do that kind of vibe? All right. Sorry. My Wi-Fi is acting up. It's all good. No problem. But I say that to say that, what are you going to do when you decide you want to cut your locks off? Are you going to go and you're going to do braids? You got braids now. Like, they're not braids, but it's like braids that you don't ever have to take out anymore. So now you're going to go back and you're going to spend your money to get, because it's not the same amount of money you spend to get your maintenance. I'm talking to myself. It's the same amount of money you spend to get your maintenance, you know, to an extent. You can get your braids, but then you still have to buy the commercial hair. And those braids stay in before you want anything to pop your edges. You can't go over 2 months. Well, that seemed like the test time I still go in the salon for my maintenances. So no, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to do a sew-in. Still going to have to be about 2 months on that because my braids, I shampoo my own hair and everything like that. Or if I had the stylist shampoo my hair, my braids that are under, first of all, are they long enough? Then on top of that, you know, the moisture that stays in there and traps in there, and then that mildews, and then I just trap my scalp in. Like, it's almost like wearing a permanent hat. Yeah, I don't feel, and these are my personal opinions. Then I can say, oh, maybe I'll do one of those cute little lace front wigs. Yeah, no, they're not all cute to me. And then once again, I had to keep my hair braided down and cornrows up under. And so now I'm once again feeling like I'm wearing a hat when I don't have to. Do I relax it? No, because that was one of my reasons why I went natural in the first place. So, no. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with my locks. I'm just going through a phase. So I'm gonna just ride this baby out. And that's with any relationships. You having a relationship with your babies. This is you. This is you. This shows your commitment. This shows your strength. This shows your love and compassion. All of that stuff in your babies. What? So, and it makes you stay. And when you're able to talk to another sister, and that's what's the point of this group, talking and literally motivating each other and inspiring each other, you know, I got something called hair formations, like it's an affirmation, but for hair. Put your hair formation in the group. Let's see some more activity in here. You know, I'm still excited about the young ladies who are licensed or who are consultants that have their own business and they're promoting themselves. Promote yourself. And when you do promote yourself, you know, I just encourage, don't spam. And just tell people where you are and what your expertise is. You know, show them what you got. And if they have any questions, please, by all means, answer their questions. Don't leave them high and dry. And if you're not ready to follow through and take on more clients or taking any clients, then I just recommend just be here for education and supporting each other until. Because what I would love for us to be is a great referral page for each other. And if you don't have the answers, then find where you can get some answers from somebody. We have a chat group going on. I created one, a messenger. If you want to join, so we can talk something more updates, talking more consistently. I think that's great. I want us to get together more and talk about other stuff like the budding phase and the adult phase. And if we decided to get color, what is that like? And for people who that experiencing any type of popping or whatever, like maintenance repairs. If anybody got questions about lock extensions, you know, eventually down the road you want to do it, or different type of styles, all of that stuff. This should be the one-stop shop for that. I know a lot, but then I'm sure I don't know everything. But I am willing to come on and do some lives and just really, let's just chat this thing up. I know it's in the middle of the day. I hope this live stays around and then people can see it. And if you guys are all for it, put a thumbs up, make some comments if you want to. Let me know what you think about what I've been saying. And if y'all are down for anything, and any additional ideas, by all means, please. I also post on TikTok under MySisterlockJourney81. You can follow me on there. I'm a little more candid over there. You can follow me, Hair Envy Salon. I don't post as much over there, but I'm picking back up. Hair Envy Salon, ENVE, on Facebook and on Instagram. And then Kiafa Chanel, as you see in there, Kijafa, middle name Chanel. That is my personal page. So whatever you guys want to do, y'all let me know. If there's any questions, like I said, just let me know. Slide in my DM, my inbox, and just let me know who you are, what's your username, and if we connect, are we connected in this group, or how'd you meet me? Most of the time, it'll be this group if you're coming from this group and you're watching this live, because I don't think this is posting anywhere else. So, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves, and thank y'all for your time, for watching. Peace.